Okay, so let's go over correction, or no, indication, sorry. Let's go over indication. So with indication, we are looking on when the uptrend is about to begin, or a trend is about to begin. So that being said, when we are waiting for a trend to begin, we tend to look for indication, and indication is what we are looking for whenever we're going in the markets, unless you're already in a different, unless you're already in correction phase. But in indication, we are looking for when the uptrend or trend is starting to happen, right? So let's take a look here. Okay, so look, we have this what you may call it, let's say it's consolidating, right? And we see that it breaks this level. This is saying we have now want to go to a different direction and no longer staying in this price range, meaning this will be our indication. Now same towards the downside, price will stay at a certain level and then come down to a certain direction on the downside. I mean, this is just what I'm trying to show you is it breaks a level. Okay, it wants to, indication is just, this is just a very simple, like, all right, this is what indication really is. You know, it comes up above previous highs, right? So let's come here. On this uptrend, we see that we made a move up and it comes down, not fully down, to where it breaks this level to where it started, right? So we see that it comes back up, breaking through this previous high. Okay, and in this previous high, we can now identify that, yo, this, once we break this, it's now showing us, okay, there's momentum going up on that side of the price, right? So let's call this swing high, and you know, it makes a dip. When we make swing highs, when it comes to its dip, it can't break, it can't go under its previous low. Okay, we already showed you uptrends, right, and downtrends. Go watch that in the other video. Okay, so that being said, once we identify this was a swing high and we made a dip, we can now assure that this is a indication. Why? Because indication breaks previous highs and previous lows, and that you have to really take in, because sometimes I'm gonna get to it later, but sometimes you're looking at a different time of weekly, 5 minute, 1 minute. We are supposed to be looking at this at a 4 hour or 1 hour. I like 1 hour, it's more clear to me, but those are the only two you should be looking at. Why? Because when it comes to indication, we have to be sure that we look at what is indication breaking. So you sometimes see a crazy spike, but what has it previously broken? The swing, the previous low or the previous high? And if you're looking at the daily, then you're or the weekly, you're looking at previous way back, and we're not looking for that. We have to be making sure that the 1 hour is breaking, or 4 hours is breaking previous, its most previous recent high or low. So be sure that you are using the 4 hour or the 1 hour. Okay, and we can see it comes back down and it comes back up, making now this a new indication. All right, same to the downside. Okay, so we have a move down and a move up, and comes back down here, breaking this high, or this low, I mean, sorry. And you can see now it makes a higher low and makes a lower low. Now this will be our indication. Comes back up and comes back down, making this our new indication right here. Okay, so boom, we have now identified what is indication. Okay, and back to what I was saying, man, if you look, let's say this is a weekly chart, right, and this is its most previous high that you see. You're like, oh, this is a high here, right, and it comes back down, and you said, oh, we break an indication here. No, you broke this recent indication here. If you was to scale this down on the 1 hour or 4 hour, you would have seen it. You were like, all right, because then if let's say we in here, right, we mark that up, right, you mark that up, and you're like, okay, well, we make indication, and when we come out for a correction, it keeps going down. You're like, holy shit, but what the fuck, like, we are supposed to look for indication, which is this, but you're marking out the wrong spot. The real markup is right here, where you should have been looking at. Oh my god, where you should have been looking at, which was right here. This is what made this indication. It broke this level. Why? Because it's recent. Because on a higher time frame, yes, it's right, but we only do it on a 4 hour, 1 hour. Because what's recent, this is if you go too further back, that level's already been used up some way, somehow. So we only look at the 1 hour and 4 hour, because those are the levels that only really works. Okay, so write this down. I have already shown you guys what it is to really take it in, bro. If you, I'm gonna say this again and again and again, if you have not understand a piece of information that when it came to the first 3 drawings, the first drawing, if you didn't understand that, you shouldn't be watching this point right now. You should be going back and writing it down until you get it. Until then, do not move on. I have told y'all this many of times. Do not move on without understanding, and you wait until you do. That's how you do this, and that's how you study this. This has to take time. You are not going to get this at the first try, and that is okay. We have all been a beginner, and as far as that's indication. I hope you guys wrote this down. Get your notebook out, get your first page out. We have already went through candles. Well, not entirely. Well, we'll go through more through candles and move ups and move downs and higher lows and higher highs on correction, because we're gonna need it. Okay, so I'll see y'all in the next vid.